kill my phone here real quick. So we are not disturbed. I'm going to take a hit of my green tea. So just give me 1 second. I'm running a moment behind. All right. Give me just 1 second, folks. It's been a good day. Today's been a good day. All right. So before we get going into this, I'm gonna talk about something real quick. But before we do all that, I'm gonna go over the basics, like I try to always do. Um, Real quick, this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. Please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, and you will be fine. If you do not abide by those really simple, easy rules and have respect for other people, those awesome moderators that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're not going to have it. So we're going to be talking about the real problem, and I think people are not getting it. I really don't think that they're getting it, okay? So we're going to get into that in just a second. But first, I got to address it because, of course, I got a million and one comments on it. So I got the shipping container back into the property now, which is awesome. Okay. One problem, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, it's directly on the ground. You need to get something underneath of it, and I know that, folks. I do. Up where we had it before, I have railroad ties, creosote treated railroad ties that you get. I got them at Lowe's. Freaking things are ridiculously heavy. All right, I cannot do them by myself. So I have four of them. I have four of those railroad ties. They are going to go underneath the shipping container, but I need help. So when not this week, um, did you find your keys? Oh, I got the right key for that lock. Yes. Um, but so what was I gonna, lost my train of second. So anyway, when my group comes down next weekend, because the group is getting together next weekend, and I have the manpower, we will get the railroad ties from up on top and get them down in here, and we will go from there. So that's kind of just so you guys know. I absolutely know that I have to get it up off the ground. And I love this rent a tractor. Well, geez, you know what? Thank you for spending my money. There. Let me really clearly say this: there is no ever never ending money. The money tree that I had, it's terrible. The thing shriveled up and died. I was getting 50s and hundreds off of it. Now I'm getting nothing. So, but anyway, I'm joking. But anyway, it's just I'm gonna have to wait for some help. We'll get it up, and we'll go from there. So, oh yeah, just go get a tractor. Yeah, get one for me too. I love that. Well, you need to get this and you need to get that. Well, you know what? A tractor would be great. Yes, you know, but a tractor would be fantastic. I would love to have a tractor, but again, those things are not cheap, and right now it's not doable. So there's a few other things, that I need to do now before I worry about getting a tractor. Can I deal with the yard, the lawn, right? Should I deal with the lawn um, with the riding lawnmower? Yes. Is that a long term workable solution? No. You know what I mean? Did you ever figure out what happened with the other mower? Not yet, Independent Marine. I haven't even looked at it yet, to be honest with you. I haven't even pulled it up to the upper meadow yet. Today was really busy. Like I said, we got the shipping container in, and then I had to, yeah, absolutely. Sheena's Garden says you're lucky to have help. I agree 100%, you know, but, I agree. It's nice to have people that I can rely on, that are consistent and that are willing to help. It makes a big part, it makes everything much, much better. But anyway, so with, you know, right now I'm going to have to manage with the riding lawnmower cutting the grass. Now the grass is cut. All right, I cut all the grass. I'll show you all what I did. I'll do a video, of that. But I actually went into an area that I still needed to cut that I hadn't cut at all yet as well. And I did part of that today as well. And when I go over that one, uh, Go on YouTube. There's a video of how to lift set with the hydraulic jacks. Yeah, I have a hydraulic jack. It's 20 ton. I'm not sure if, but again, so let me rephrase this again so you guys understand. That'd be great, and I'm sure we can lift it with a hydraulic jack. I have to get these railroad ties in here. I cannot pick up these railroad ties by myself. They're very, very heavy. I mean, really, really heavy. So, um, nope, no drone footage yet. Haven't even busted it out of the box. It's still sitting in the box. I've had my hands full with a few things. So, helicam, right? Exactly. So, anyway, the grass is cut for now. There's a part of that up there that I still need to get into that hasn't been touched at all. I may do some of that tomorrow. I have some other things that I need to do tomorrow. I had to leave the property today after I got all that stuff squared away. Oh, I went. Okay, so we're going to get into the topic. I swear to you guys, just give me a few minutes and we'll get into the topic. So I went to the post office box today. All right. So I got to show you a couple of things that I got at the post office box. So the first one, let's see. Oh, of course, I get the one part falls down that I need. All right. Okay. So it may not be a custom 4x4, but hope you can put it to good use. Sorry for the delay in the Hawaiian snacks. They're coming one day. Don't forget, I didn't forget about you. LOL. Moala and Ohala, I guess, from Jim from Hawaii. Okay, so what Jim sent me was a tripod with a case because I was using my very fancy 4x4 emergency tripod. So there's a tripod with the extended legs. So that is awesome. So, Jim, thank you very much for sending that. And that is very helpful. Now I can have a tripod in New York and one down here as well. I think I brought the other tripod with me this time, but now what I'll do is I'll keep one in New York and one down here. The new fault zone in Midlands of South Carolina is swarming today. I would not be surprised if a 5.0 earthquake occurs near. Also watching Charleston. I did see that, Asif. Thank you very much for that information. I did see that there was a swarm down in South Carolina with the earthquakes, which was amazing. Okay, the second thing that came in the mail today, and I wanted to show you this one. Now, so first of all, if you are easily offended, probably on the wrong channel anyway. All right, but if you're easily offended, all right, um, probably not want to watch this part just for a second. So, real quick backstory: I was a kid, was in Canada. I picked up a T-shirt. I talked about this on a live stream, right? My mother hated that T-shirt, so of course that T-shirt disappeared because she did the laundry, and so she got rid of it on me. So I was talking about that, and I was talking about what was said on the T-shirt. So one of my awesome subscribers said, I can get you that T-shirt. And I went, oh yeah? And she was like, yeah. I said, all right, awesome. So she went and she ordered it and she sent it to me. Now, please find the humor in this because that's what it is to me. It's humor. And I have a twisted sense of humor. So this says, if you're Canadian, show me your beaver. And it has the lady with the Canadian, lifting her dress with a beaver head where, the hoo-ha would be. So I think that's funny. I will wear that shirt out in public because I don't care. I never care what anybody thought. You should have seen there used to be a series of shirts, bad dog shirts, that were like super, super highly offensive to probably the majority of people. Okay. And I would wear those shirts all the time, and people would be like, "Are you freaking crazy?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, I'm pissed." I said, "I don't care." And that's the whole. You got to live your life, guys. You got to have fun. I find the humor in making other people uncomfortable. I think it's funny. So that's just me. And then you get the looks, and they're like, they get all disgusted, like, oh, oh, And I get a kick out of that. That's just me. Anyway, I've got a shirt saying "No Mama" from the old sitcom. Wearing it wasn't allowed to buy beer without my ID. Oh my God, that's actually pretty funny. So, all right. So anyway, very productive day here. The shipping container is back here. Obviously, I got to get the creosote logs, the 4x4s. They're bigger than 4x4s. They're pretty big size. Um, I will be getting that back here. There's 4 of them. But like I said, I'm going to need a little help doing so. And I might be able to load them alone, I think, with the trailer. Maybe. Not sure. I don't even know if I want to try. The group's going to be down here next weekend anyway, so I just might go ahead and wait until everybody's here. It would definitely be easier with 3 or 4 guys picking one of those up than just me. So we'll see. I have plenty of other things to do. So now, another thing, I have all that gravel up there by the road. So what I'm going to end up doing with that is I'm going to be loading that into the truck, coming down through and putting that gravel in the potholes and stuff like that because it's my gravel. So that's where we're at. Okay. Now that we've got all the preliminaries out of the way, yeah, don't get hurt. Yeah, I know. That's why I'll probably wait for the help for that. Like I said, there's plenty of other things that I can do in the meantime to keep me very, very busy before then. So, you know, railroad ties are heavy. We used to build with them, and I was growing up, one person at each end. Yeah, they're no joke. They're definitely no joke. All right, so what do we got? 362 in the chat already. We got 135 thumbs up, so we got to rectify that. And how about chaining up the railroad ties and pulling them with the truck? That's a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. But again, even if I get them back here right now, so JJ, if I get them back here right now, I can't get them under there by myself. You know what I mean? So I just might wait. But so if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, guys, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. It really does make a difference with the algorithms. And so thank you for that reason as well. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. Sorry. All right. Now, 12 minutes into the live stream, now we're actually going to get on topic. Imagine that. I know it's shocking. All right. When will people wake up and realize who's really in control? So what I'm going to ask you guys first, I'm going to ask you, who do you think is really pulling the strings? Who's really in control? And I kind of talked about this a little bit before, but there's a couple points that I want to make in this live stream. Or what's the real problem? Or I'm sorry, yeah, what's the real problem? That's right, not control. What's the real problem? So what do you guys think the real problem is? Okay, what's the real problem? I know I've asked this before. Yep. I think Angela Fleming was paying attention then, if I've asked this before. Yep. Corporate greed, more than anything else, is the real problem. Big business is the real problem. Big business is who runs this country. I want you to think about this, and I've been reading a lot of articles on this type of stuff, all right? So because supposedly there is a shortage of oil, oil prices have gone up, right? We are exporting in the United States more than 3 million barrels of oil a day to go overseas. Oil companies have made unbelievable amounts of money since Biden got into office. Imagine that, right? It's probably, that's because what they've done is they pretend this is, again, I shouldn't say it that way. Let me just say, they say, I'll put it this way. They say that there is a shortage, right? And obviously corporate or whatever political parties in office, whatever their legislation that they're putting in definitely affects everything else. But the prices of oil are set by overseas someplace. We don't set the price of oil. Overseas sets the price of oil. So what we've been doing is we're exporting more than 3 million barrels of oil a day to go overseas because why? It's worth more money to ship it over there. So these oil companies are making huge money by shipping this oil and stuff out overseas instead of using it domestically. And they're basically saying that, oh, well, we have this problem, we have this shortage. And so that is part of the issue, where that's why oil prices are so high. It's all yeah, I saw that Biden's going to get another shot, but the guy that's retiring is a liberal judge anyway. Guy's 82 years old. He's been on there doing it for 29 years. I mean, and they try to, if they're going to retire, they try to do it under a friendly administration so they can get another one of their own group in. That's, and that's understandable. And at 82, what do you wait till, I mean, I know it's a lifetime appointment if you want it to be, but you don't want to have them get in there and then we have, you know, have the Republican administration come in and then he dies on the Republicans' watch and then they get another conservative in there. So, but anyway, it's these oil companies are making ridiculous amounts of money. There's another point that I'm going to make too in this stream as well that we're going to be talking about here in a little bit. So you have, and this was another interesting article that I read today that kind of goes to show you again the control. It's control, it's power, it's greed, it's corporate greed. All the manufacturing that we had in this country, guys, was shipped out overseas because other countries would do it much cheaper, and then they sell it back to us cheaper, and then the corporations are just making hand over fist money. It is a big game that's been going on for a long time, and the American people get screwed at the end of the day. And it's our own fault because why? We have allowed it to happen. Because people will say, well, these CEOs deserve to make XYZ amount of money. No, they don't. And so people will say to me when I say that, oh, are you like some kind of a communist or a socialist or something? It ain't got nothing to do with any of that. It's just like, okay, just like baseball players. I love baseball. You guys know I love baseball. I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I have been a diehard Yankee fan since I was probably 9 years old. So this year so far has been awesome for me to watch my Yankees play baseball, right? Is any human being, now like Judge, a good example. I'm going to use Aaron Judge as an example. He is right now on top of the world. He just hit his 29th home run. He's leading all the majors in that. He's just unbelievable player. He's probably the best player on the best team right now, okay? So he's in his contract is up at the end of this year. And so they're talking about, he's going to be making north of $30 million a year. Is anybody, and I don't care how good they are at whatever they do, nobody is worth that kind of money per year to play a game. No basketball player, no football player, no baseball player. I don't care who they are. Nobody is worth that kind of money. But because you have, so we'll give an example, right? The Yankees are worth $6 billion. The franchise is worth $6 billion. The Yes Network is worth another $4 billion. So you're looking at $10 billion. Aaron Judge is the face of the Yankees. That's the way. If he stays with the Yankees, he will probably down the road be the next captain of the Yankees. And I hope he does, and I hope he stays a Yankee forever, and stuff like that, right? And they'll pay him his money. They're going to pay him. But realistically, if I say, and I don't, like I said, again, if I said, okay, here's the cap. Now, if you do this, and this is the incentives that you can make above that. But if you set the bar and say, this is a max that you're going to make, guess what? It's not like they're going to stop playing baseball because they're not making that much more. Just like with these CEOs, okay? When the CEOs are making ridiculous amounts of money, and they're asking their employees to take pay cuts and cuts in their medical and everything else because things are tough and things are hard, but the CEO's making $15-20 million a year, and then stock options and all that type of stuff. This is not about socialism. This is not about communism. It's about, and I've said this before. If there was a cap, if there was a cap that said all CEOs can make this much money, if the company If the company makes this much of a profit, here's your bonus structure. All right. You do that for every employee in a company. If we make this level, this is the bonus that you will make. So you get a set pay, and then you have the bonuses. You make everybody a part of that. Make everybody a part of that. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to see much happier workers, much less stressful people stressed out, flipping out, because they know if we do production to this level and sales are this level, this is how much money each one of us is going to get more. There's a big difference in that, a big difference in that. But when you have the CEO is getting 30, 40, 50 million dollars, if somebody would look it up, and we're gonna use Jamie Dimon, right? Big banking guy. What was Jamie Dimon's pay last year? JJ or anybody else in the chat, please look that up. Let me know, because I don't know off the top of my head, but I would almost bet it's north of $30 million. All right. Why? Where's the incentives for the working person? Where's their incentive? So, but so those are things. If there's incentives, people will work harder. If I'm a baseball player and now I'm making $36 million a year over a 7-year contract, where's my incentive? $65 million, JJ just said. Somebody else said 34.5 million. You think anybody in any of those positions is worth that much money? Realistically, I don't. I just don't. I'm sorry, So anyway, like I said, it's if everything was incentive, if you had a set rate of pay, and then incentive based, you would see a big difference. You would see a lot happier workers. You would see a lot more motivation. Because, be honest with you, communism doesn't work. Socialism doesn't work. And the reason communism doesn't work is because there's no incentive to do better, right? 30 million plus endorsements. You forgot that. Well, yeah, stock options and everything else. Absolutely. Somebody said, Cheryl said, with bonuses 84 million. Exactly. And that's ridiculous. Oh yeah, how about coaches? Luce or who's Saban with Alabama. He's making bank. I mean, he's making bank. Why aren't the student athletes getting any money? They're the one doing all the work realistically. Now, don't get me wrong, you got to have a good coach. You definitely have to have a good coach. But yeah, it's just it's ridiculous to me, and I don't see why other people don't see that. When people tell, oh, well, they deserve it. No, they don't. They don't. So, but like the Fed, exactly. It's all a big game, guys. All of it is, and it screws the rest of us. People working hard. I was on that Hampton. A doctor makes $250 an hour, and working 2010 hours a year makes 500 in. Well, but also let's do a little bit in defense of doctors. We have a doctor in the house, Asif. The number of years that those guys go to college, all right, but the number of years those guys go to college is, and what they have to do and what they have to go through and their internships and all that type of stuff. It's tough, and they've worked hard to get there. They really have. What's Jamie Dimon done to work hard to get to where he is? Why is Jamie Dimon a banker, right? Why is he worth that much more than a doctor? What there's a big difference, in my opinion. A doctor saves lives, realistically, or tries to, right? That's their job. That's what they do. Uh, and depending on what they get into, some of them do specialization and stuff like that. But yeah, and you need ER doctors, absolutely. So it's tough. It's a tough job. They work very, very hard, but and you got, depending on, like I said again, depending on what they do. Hey, Prep Rebel, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you. But again, guys, it's just these corporations out there. and again, so here's another question, and I would like somebody to look this up because again, I don't know what the answer is. How much money do lobbyists spend a year in Washington D.C.? If somebody could look that up for me too, I would like to see that as well. So what do lobbyists do? Right? They work for these corporations, and they're trying to push whatever their agenda is on the congressmen, senators, and stuff like that, so that they can get what they want, whatever legislation they want. So yes, yeah, R. Kelly just got a big pay cut. Yes, he did. He's got 30 years in prison is what he just got. And the other chick, she just got 20 years. So, but sports, actors, politicians, and religion make more money than they need, in my opinion. Well, I don't disagree with that either. I don't disagree with that either. But so how many? 3.5 billion industry being a lobbyist. Yeah, think about that. Hey Troy, thank you for being a beginning prepper. He's been a beginning prepper for 9 months. I do appreciate the support. All the support with the membership makes a big difference. So thank you. So okay. So Billy the Kid Norwood says 3.73 billion US dollars lobbyists spend per year. I want you to think about that. 3.73 billion for lobbyists to get congressmen, senators to go along with what they want. That's a lot of money, folks. That's a lot of money. So CEO paid 34 million compared to a doc being paid a half million, half million a set. Yeah, absolutely it is. And there's a big difference in what they do. A big difference, you know. So again, if you look at everything that goes on, we're screwed realistically. Something has to give at some point. It has got to the point, and somebody made a really good point, and it was in a comment. I'm sorry, I got an itch. It was in a comment, and what they said in the comment was, pretty soon there will be no middle class. It's just going to be the rich and the poor, and that's been happening for quite a while now, quite a while, and it'll be the working poor. And there'll be no chance to get ahead realistically because you're trying to keep your head above water. I mean, most people right now are trying to keep their head above water with gas prices where they are, with trying to, get heating oil and all those other things. I mean, it's insanity. It's insanity. And if you think that Washington gives a rat's patootie, you're delusional. You're delusional. I mean, it's just the other delusion that gets me more than anything else. And don't get me wrong, okay? So let's be clear about certain things. You have the left and you have the right. You have the extreme left and you have the extreme right. Both of those camps are out of their minds as far as I'm concerned. But if you have if these group over here says yes, this group over here is going to say no, because that's what they do, and they all group together and they all vote the same. And if you have somebody that don't vote with the group, they do everything in their power to get them out. Everything in their power to get them out. And it's like, like a state like here, I'll give an example. West Virginia, you have Meacham, who is a Democrat, right? We all know Meacham's a Democrat. Might as well be a Republican, right? Because he don't go along with everything that they want, and they can't get rid of him because the people in West Virginia like Meacham because of what he's doing to help the state. In the way he votes, he with his voting, he basically votes Republican in a lot of issues. So they get pissed off at him because he won't go along with the team. Well, it shouldn't be about the team. It should be about what's best for everyone. That's the problem. That's one of the problems that we have. It drives me insane. So when people say, oh, well, we're going to get these guys in, and once we get them in, things will be better. And at the end of the day, Republican, Democrat, it doesn't make a bit of difference because they're going to look out for the special interest groups, right? $3.73 billion a year spent by lobbyists in Washington. So that's your special interest groups to garner influence with these congressmen, with these senators, okay? Congressmen and women, excuse me. Let me just be clear. And, and the senators. So that influence is going to dictate what they're going to do. So they're going to watch out for their special interest groups that are keeping them elected and throwing money into the coffers of their election funds. And they're also going to watch out for their rich friends. Period. They're not going to watch out for you. They don't care about you. They don't care about any of us. And that's what kills me. That's what kills. When I talk about, so here's one of the things that blows me away. I mean, truly blows me away. So I'm putting a group together down here in West Virginia. You guys all know that. Anybody who's watched this channel knows that I have a group of people that we're coming together. We're working together. And there's just, by the way, you know, there's people I need to get back to that have reached out to me and I haven't gotten back to you yet. So I do apologize for that, but I will, I promise. But and then I will have people criticize that, that working together. Oh, I'm just looking for money, or I'm just looking for free labor. And what it comes down to, yeah, get those political pronouns correct. Exactly. Exactly. Heaven forbid that I misgender, but it's always been congressman, but heaven forbid that if I say it wrong. But anyways, I'll get the emails. Trust me. You're being misogynistic. What is the other one? Toxic masculinity. Oh my goodness. So, but anyway, you know, and the reality is we have a group of people that are coming together that have agreed to work together, to work as a team with a common goal and a common interest, even though we have diverse backgrounds, we have diverse, well, for the most part, a lot of the same political views, but diverse backgrounds, diverse religions, and it's okay because here's the weird part: we have a respect for each other, and we have a common goal, and the common goal is when things go completely sideways in this country, which they're going to. It's just a matter of time. If you haven't seen that writing on the wall, I don't even know what to tell you. Okay, but if people that are going to willing to come together to work together, amazing, right? Well, that can't work. That can't work. Why would that work? They're going to come in and they're going to do this. And if you have developed relationships with people and you develop that trust and that brotherhood and sisterhood, and you get people weeded out that don't belong with your group, maybe they're good for another group, but they're not good for your group. So, you have to find those things out now. That's when you have to find them out. In an SHTF situation, if you have somebody who is a loose cannon that's not good for the group, right? That's not the time to find out that, man, we probably shouldn't have had this person here because now it's too late. They're there. And what are you going to do? Now you have an issue that you have a cancer affecting the rest of the group, and you can't have that. You have to have people willing to work together, and that's the important thing, you know. And so something, it's something's got to, you have to try to figure it out. And I'm, what, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to work at this and do the best that I can. But when the time comes, I have people besides family that's going to come together, and hopefully we can all work together and, and have each other's back, because that's what it's about. That's what it's about at the end of the day. It's living as normal a life as possible under whatever circumstances that are there, and being as far out as I am here. It's a great location, and we would work together. Period. I want you to think about something, okay? And this is really this breaks it down perfectly. If you have a project that you're working on, and it's going to, let's say it takes you 3 hours to do this project by yourself. Well, with two other people, now that 3 hour project is a 1 hour project, right? Simple math. So the more people that you have, Ed, you have an amazing group because you do figure things out. Well, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. And, like I said, if you don't have that trust, if you don't think that you can trust that person, I don't know what to tell you. That's not the time is afterwards. Because I will guarantee you guys this. Hey, Asif, I created a new word. More dyslexia, trouble reading, handwriting on the wall. Yeah, right, right. 11 eggs today and no thick neck. Well, we will get to that point in about another 10 minutes, and we will tell you. But thank you so much for the donation, Asif. Thank you for this day. I like the new word. Yeah, they have trouble reading the handwriting on the wall. That's for sure. There's a lot of them out there. Like I said, folks, this is something I'm going to guarantee you. Everybody watching this live stream, SHTF happens. Right? Worst case scenario, holy crap, it's happened. It's here. It is what it is, right? Now we got to deal with it. I will guarantee you, if you have any chance of long-term survival in a post-apocalyptic situation, you will group up with a group. So my thing to most people is this. Why would you not want to try to figure out and get with the group that you want to be with now? Because the group you might end up having to team up with may not be the type of group you want to be teamed up with, but you're going to do it to survive. You're going to do it to survive. I don't care what kind of moral compass you have. I don't care about any of that type of stuff because none of that makes any kind of difference. You can have that moral compass right now, and that's all well and great. That's fantastic. But SHTF happens, all bets are off, folks. All rules are out the window. There is no rule of law anymore. So people are going to do whatever they want to do. All right. That's number one. And if you haven't got yourself associated with a group of people that are like-minded now, that you have the same moral background and the same moral compass, maybe you end up in a group that decides, hey, we're going to go over there. We're going to take those people's stuff. We're going to rape their women. We're going to kill all the men. And after we eat up all their food and have raped these women for however long, we're going to kill them. And then we're moving on to the next compound. That could happen. And guess what? You can get caught up in that. You might not want to, but guess what? It's a reality. So why? Tribes exist for a reason. That is probably one of the best comments that I have ever seen. And that is true. That is true. Tribes exist for a reason. If you don't have your tribe, when the time comes, you may get into a tribe you don't want to be in. So I want you to think about that. It's something to think about. Get together with like-minded people while you can. All right? Something to think about. And I'm not trying to scare nobody. This isn't about scaring anybody. I'm talking straight up reality. Straight up reality. As soon as SHTF, there will be no moral compass for most people. We as preppers are hopefully in a far better position. I would hope we would be. I would hope we would be, you know. But like I said, if I can put together people that I can count on and that I can trust and that I know got my back, well, I'll tell you what, I'll sleep a whole lot better at night than a lot of people. You know what I mean? So, hey, ADK man, how you doing, man? Good to have you in the house. So just some things to think about. And all you lone rangers out there, you lone wolves that think you're going to be all, I'm going to be Rambo when the time comes. I just wish you good luck. That's all I'll say. I'll say good luck because you're going to need it, you know. One other thing, another point I'm going to make with this situation. You're the lone ranger, right? You and your family, we don't need nobody else. We're not going to rely on anybody else. That's all great. And maybe for 6 months, things work out great for you. And then dad gets hurt. Breaks a leg. Who's picking up the slack? Who's going to have his back while dad recovers? Who's going to do all the chores that need to be done? Who's going to split all the wood? Who's going to haul all the wood, right? Who's going to do those things? So for those of you that think that you're just going to go out there and it's going to be sunshine and roses and you're going to be great and live off the land and everything's going to be fantastic, again, I'm going to tell you, good luck. Because everybody is going to get hurt. Accidents are going to happen. Nobody wants to get hurt. You don't go out there planning, wow, I want to get hurt, and this is going to be great. Hey, Star Seed PS. Thank you very much for the donation, man. I do appreciate that. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. So, um, again, you know, I want you guys to think about these are things that you need to think about now. And there's another good statement. Nikki Snook just said there is strength in numbers. There is absolutely strength in numbers because if somebody gets hurt, you have enough other people that can let that person recover and heal and rest while everybody else is there to pick up the slack. Now, if you have somebody that gets hurt over and over and over again and it becomes a pattern, that may become an issue. So again, those are things you got to watch for. But hopefully you've weeded out those type of people ahead of time. So there's things to think about. There's planning that has to be done. And yes, I have the egg count, Randy Romines. I talked to Heather at 7 o'clock. Let me just make sure. She said she was going to go out and do one more check. So let me see if she did. Yep. Okay. She gave me the updated number. So we will get to that. We got a couple more minutes and we will do the egg count. But hey Ed, you see my last Instagram post? If not, look it up. I will, ADK man. I did see you tagged me in it, and I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I will. So Heather also needs to send kitty pictures. Yeah, I hear you. So, but again, folks, just like I said, I want you to survive. I don't want you to be a victim. And I want you to think about this. You have a family of 10, let's say there's 10 people in your family. The reality is that after a year of SHTF, not all of them are going to be there. Basically, in a year, you would see, I believe, at least a 90% attrition rate. The number of people left in the United States after 1 year of a true SHTF, worst case type of scenario, you know, power grids down, there's nobody coming to help, you got nothing to do, you're on your own. Within a year, 90% of the people will be dead. They'll be dead for a lot of reasons. You're old and unable to care for themselves. You're mentally retarded folks. Anybody that's compromised in any way, you are on any kind of life-saving medications, anybody undergoing any kind of treatment for cancer or those type of things, unable to get to treatment, you're not going to be here. So a lot of people will die because of medical reasons alone. Okay, that's a reality. That's absolutely reality. When you have that, then you're going to have the people that are going to die from stupidity. They're going to make stupid mistakes, put themselves at risk. Think about this. Think about every year the number of people that get drunk, go out into a snowstorm, and freeze to death. Think about that. There's a lot of people that do that now. What do you think is going to happen in an SHTF event? Worst case scenarios, same thing's going to happen, folks. People are going to get drunk. They're going to get stupid. They're going to make a mistake, and they're going to get hurt, probably fatally. It's going to happen. So, but again, people are going to die from lead poisoning. We all know what that means, right? So there's going to be a lot of people that die from that. There's going to be a lot of people that, all the addicts. Look at all the addicts, right? Look at the addicts that are out there right now. Can't get their drugs. DT, and could you imagine having the DTs in a SHTF event? How awful that would be if you survived it. Think about the alcoholics that go through, the DTs as well. That's the same thing. It's still a drug. So, and these are things to think about. You have people that are on antipsychotic medication. If they don't have their medication, what do you think they're going to act like in a post event? Again, these are all things that you need to think about. Yeah, no more Narcan. Oh yeah, yeah. What a shame. Yeah, you know what? That's a touchy topic. Hey Troy, thank you so much for the donation, man. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. I did not. I haven't even looked at the Troy built mower yet. I haven't even pulled it up out of the field. I got to pull it up out of the field first. I've been busy doing other things today, and so that's not super high on the priority list right now. All right, so let's go ahead now. See, I'm actually going to be on time today. We're going to do the egg count, guys. So, but we're only at 278 on the thumbs up. We got 489 in the chat. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better. So thank you for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get options as well. So I'll give you guys a minute to get your guesses up here. So it's yes or no, did thick neck lay? And what is the egg count? All right, so I'll give you guys a moment. And I will wet my whistle. Oh, hold on one second, guys. Yes, Heather? Yes, you are. Oh, no, yeah, no, close together. Yep, no problem, sweetie. All right. All right, love you, bye. I will tell you what that was about in a minute. Okay, if you had the same guess, is Timothy Larrett. I probably am saying the last name wrong, and I do apologize. 7 eggs today, and yes for thick neck. That's actually 2 days in a row that thick neck has laid, which, it's a warm time of year, and so there we are. So, Timothy Larrett, I believe is how to say the last name, and he was the first one that I saw with the correct answer, and that is why his name was called. So, but yeah, she laid 2 days in a row. So Heather was just on the phone, obviously, as you saw that call came in. Um, she we had 6 more face cord of wood delivered today. All right, and damn tarot cards. Well, back to the drawing board. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. So, but anyway, so 6 more face cord of wood or 6 more rick. I know people call it ricks or it's face cord, and so that's however you want to call it. That's what you call it, and it is JJ's showing Heather. We'll talk about Heather's Etsy site in just a second too. But anyway, so the wood came today. 6 face cord of wood came today, and so she said, "Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started stacking it." And so she was just calling, and she goes, "Do you want the rows put together tight, or do you want a space in between them?" And I said, it's 3 together tight." So she just said, "I just got done with the first row," and I said, "Okay, that's cool." So yep, she's getting at it, which is good. So, but anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to make a point about something. Thank you for all the Bible verses there. Here's what I find fascinating. People love to throw out Bible verses, right? And I'm not saying all. Please don't take this the wrong way. All right? Please don't take this the wrong way. People love to throw out the Bible verses, but do they really know the Bible? Do they really read the Bible? Or do they selectively know the Bible and selectively use the Bible for whatever their agenda is? And I want you to remember, too, the Bible is open to interpretation, all right, realistically. So you can have 3 people read the same verse in the Bible and have 3 different interpretations of what that means. So, you know, just putting that out there. And what I find interesting, a lot of time, uh, you know, a lot of times you will see people that claim to be religious and they do all kinds of horrid things behind closed doors. Beat their wives, whatever else. But okay, a great example. I'm going to give one good example, and you guys, you're gonna. So here we are. One good example. Good good Christian man. He was a deacon in his church, family man, worked for the town. The BTK killer, folks. You know who I'm talking about, right? BTK, bind, torture, and kill. He would go into these people's houses. He was a freaking, I think he was a dog catcher or something like that. I think that's what his job was. So he was out in the public all the time. He would pick families. He would go in. He would kill everybody, torture them, tie them up. But guess what? He was in church every Sunday, right? And he was a deacon in his church. So there's always, now don't get me wrong, there's always going to be bad apples and whatever. But yeah, he was no joke. No, he was a sick, twisted individual. But they hide a lot of times. Yeah, he was a deacon in the church. Absolutely. Yeah. And the reason that they caught him, because the letterheads that he was using was the typewriter. He was using the church's typewriter when he sent those letters, when he was screwing with the police. People are sick. People are sick. They really are. So, they hide behind, you know, this veil and pretend to be a decent person. But yeah, he was like 40 years. Yeah. Yeah. So think about that. Family man, had a wife, kids, the whole 9 yards, and that's what that was his thing. So you never know. So I love the people who judge me because I'm not religious. I love those folks. Those are my favorite because they're generally the ones that are the most twisted sickos behind closed doors. So, you know, sick people are sick people, period. There's a lot of twisted people in this world. And like I said, why? Because I treat people like I want to be treated, because I try to be decent to everybody. I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That makes me a bad person because I'm not religious. And again, when you come here on my channel, again, and you spew your religious stuff, that doesn't work for me. So Martin says, I like your honesty. Yeah. Well, I don't know any other way to be. I really don't. And I've said this before, guys, and I will say this again a million times. I will fight for your right to believe whatever you want to believe. I would never be dismissive of your relationship that you have with the higher power. I won't. I won't do it. I will support you 100%. Okay? 80K, man. Remember, Ed, statistically, 3% of your subscribers are wackos. Oh, I think it might be higher than that, 80K, man. But again, I'm going to give you a great example of something. I'll let that one go. Never mind. I was going to give you an example of something, but it's just, again, respect should go both ways. And I have found in my lifetime that it doesn't. That it doesn't. Those people, a lot of people that, they think that they're better or whatever because of whatever their involvement in the church and whatnot. They think that they're better than you and they look down on you. Those are not truly religious people. They're not godly people. They're not, like I said, I'm gonna give you an example of something, not religion based at all. Okay. I can walk into the most upscale restaurant that there is, and I know how to act. I can I can mingle with those people, I can have conversations with those people, and I can fit in with those people, right? I can also go into the scummiest low life biker bar that you ever saw, and I can fit in there too because I know how to act, I know what to do, and I know how to carry myself and stuff like that. The group of people that I would rather hang out with, and to be honest with you, the group that I would rather hang out with is the people in the biker bar. And I'm going to tell you why. Really, really simple answer. The people in the biker bar are real. What you see is what you get. I like that because that's how I am. What you see is what you get. What I have found in my lifetime, those upper echelon people, they're pretentious, they're fake, they're phony. They will stab you in the back in a heartbeat. The biker community, And I'm not even talking just the 1% community. I'm talking bikers in general. Bikers watch out for each other, and it's just and it's just the way it is. And so it's so weird. And people think that they want to obtain to be in that upper echelon. So those are some of the most unhappy people in the entire world, because money doesn't buy you happiness. You know, it's your relationship with people. It's how you get along with people. It's how you treat people. Your respect and dignity. There's, I don't know. Bikers have a code of conduct that the group enforces. Absolutely. There's absolutely a code of conduct, So, and I'm going to tell you what, the majority of the people that I've dealt with in the biker community are awesome. And that's the 1%ers all the way down to the mom and pop riding motorcycle clubs. I've never had an issue with anybody. So, and they'll be the first ones to help you out. Yeah, bikers like the Hells Angels. I've hung out with some Hells Angels guys. They're not bad people, realistically. You screw with them, you're going to find out. You know what I mean? I've been attacked by bikers in many bars, and I didn't do it effing thing to them, so I disagree. Well, I don't know what your situation is, and I don't know what happened, and I can't speak to that. But I'm going on my experience. I'm going on my experience. So. But anyway, like I said, like I said, respect. Treat people with respect. Treat people with dignity. It's amazing. And like I said, and I'm a big, some of you may not believe in karma. I believe in karma. 100% I believe in karma, because I've seen it happen over and over and over and over again. It's amazing how it works. So if you do evil stuff and you do bad things and you do sneaky lying and hurtful things to people, it may take years, but it'll catch up with you. You'll get yours in the end. You really will. I mean, that's the reality. So I just yeah, I love instant karma too, and I've seen that happen plenty of times too. But like I said, I believe that yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, my King, just said, "Reap what you sow." Exactly. If you treat people, if you do good things, I think good things come back to you. I really do. And so I think that's all part of it. And you do things not because you're looking to get something out of it. Do something because it's the right thing to do. So yeah, lots of moral chest pounders in the church and elsewhere. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You shouldn't be doing things because you want the recognition and you want to be like, like I'll give you a good example of something, and this is just my take on this one. So up in Rochester, Tom Golisano is the CEO of Paychecks. Now he's since moved to Florida because of the taxes. If he's a Florida resident the majority of the year, he doesn't have to pay New York, ridiculous taxes. So he shipped out and moved to Florida, even though he spends a lot of his time in New York. But he's the CEO of Paychecks. He donated, I think it was $10 million to Strong Memorial Hospital, and they built this new wing on the hospital, right? It's the Tom Golisano Children's Hospital, right? If he was truly somebody that gave a crap, that didn't want to have his name attached to it, he would have given that $10 million anonymously. Just do it. Do it that way. But some of these folks, and I'm not saying this is the case with him, and because I don't know him, but look what I did. This is, see, because of me, this is why this children's hospital's here. You see what I mean? I to me, it doesn't need to be on there. It doesn't need to be. So that's just kind of my thing. So anyway, I just so it's just that's just something that I see it happen all the time, and it just that just do it because it's the right thing to do. Don't do it because you need the recognition or you want to pound, like I said, pound your chest. Look at me. Look what I did. I'm so wonderful. So I don't get it. I got to get. I did find my thing. Hold on. must have already put it back over here. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh no, it's over. I got it. I moved it. My list. Got to have my list. Oh my God. If I ever got organized, I'd be dangerous. All right, let me find. Where did I put that now? Hold on. I'm gonna find it, guys. Give me just a second here. Where? Here we go. Okay. Got to get my bookmark back in the right spot so I have it there. All right. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's just I have. I'm sorry. I got a lot going on, and I do apologize. I really do. It's just my mind is like in 8 different directions all at the same time. Like one of the things that I really need to do on this channel is put playlists together. Put playlists together. Do all my solar videos from the very beginning to now, and put them in there. And people would like that. You know what I mean? They could see the progress that we've done with the solar system through the years. But have I done it yet? No, I need to. I'm just trying to focus on. It's just I need to get things squared away. But anyway, so we're gonna do shout outs right now. So we're gonna start out with Icky Can up in Canada. If you would show him some support, I would appreciate it. He's a good dude, and he's living off grid up in Canada. He's 3 hours north of Toronto, so he is way up in Canada. Yeah, rainy day, exactly. Yep. Angry Prepper down in New York City. Love Jason. He's a good dude. You have Rudy up in Alaska Prepper. Like him as well. Really good guy. Very down to earth. You have Alaska Granny. Then Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance. I really like what he's doing up. He's up in Canada as well. You have North Shore Preparedness up in Canada as well. He just recently crossed over 1,000 subscribers. So once again, congratulations to him. Corporal's Corner. You have Bjorn Hansen, 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. A lot of good videos he's putting out. So a lot of good information. So definitely check him out as well. You have Bizza Rizza Jizza also in New York. He does the Carrington Chronicles, real good series. So definitely check that out as well. You have Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out on the West Coast in Seattle. Really good channel as well. A lot of good information. And Adam is just a really down-to-earth guy. I like Adam a lot. Let's see. You have Magic Prepper in North Dakota. Then you have Wranglestar. And Cody's a good dude, too. I think he tries to help people. And I think he does really well. Let's see. Where was I? Red Poppy Ranch. We have Survival Lily. Kyle's Cabin with Kyle and Sierra up in Minnesota. Good young couple up there. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, 2 different channels. Husband and wife, good people as well. And let's see. You have Green Greg's. There is Southern Prepper 1. Gray Man Prepping. St. Bernard Acres with Joe. You have Doug and Stacy, another outstanding channel there. Really good people. The Nomadic Movement down in Panama. They're a young couple down there. You have the Green Dream Project out in Arizona. Nice young couple out there working on stuff, and really a different take because they're doing it in the desert. So it's really neat to watch what they're doing there. Monkey Rex, the Needy Homesteader. She just had another surgery on her leg. So nice people. Well, they will say nice couple, but unfortunately he was killed in a car accident. But good channel there. A lot of good information. You have Boss of the Swamp. You have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love Diamond. He is as real as it gets. And that's what I like about him, too. I think that's awesome. You have Petra from Appalachian Homestead. There's City Prepper, Lumina Acres, Suspicious Observer, Bear Independent, The Uneducated Economist, Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands in La Palma, Mary Greeley News with all the latest updates of a lot of different earthquakes and stuff that are going on. You have Adapt 2030, Ice Age Farmer. You have Ryan Hall, y'all. Love Ryan Hall with the weather. Good dude there as well. Never seen anybody so passionate about the weather. Let's see. We have Russell Brand. I really like Russell Brand. He tries to make people think, which I think is a good thing, and I think that's really cool. Let's see. Deep South Homestead. You have The Outsider, The Fit Farmer, Prepper Princess, Simple Life Reclaimed, Tau Seeds, The Prepared Mind, Pinball Preparedness, East Tennessee Preparedness, The Economic Ninja, and Little House Off Gritty. Those are the ones that I have on my list, and so that is it. So there it is. I'm going to put that over there, so hopefully I don't misplace that again. So anyway, that's it for the shout outs today. If you have a channel that you like that I did not mention, I'm sorry to hear that. But I think it's good that we should support each other. I think it's a really good thing. Did I have Steve Wallace? I gotta have. I think I had Steve Wallace on here, don't I? Let me look. I don't think I do. I gotta put him on here. I thought I had him on here. Camping with Steve. Love his channel too, by the way. I think he's awesome. So, oh, and let's talk about Heather's Etsy channel real quick, guys. Too. Heather has an Etsy channel where she does. What about that Prepper Nurse One guy? Yeah, right. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, he's got a good channel too, I think. Heather has her Etsy channel. JJ has a link up there, and she makes jewelry. She does cat hats. She does a lot of crocheting stuff, and she really likes to do all that. So definitely, go check her out and show her some support if you would. I do appreciate that. You know, she's a good kid. She's a good kid. So anyway, so that is it, guys, for that part of the programming this evening is now over. It's weird how we got to have our certain times that we do certain things, but it makes it more organized. So if I don't have it organized, then it's a mess. Real quick too, I did want to mention I'm doing my sale right now with the Legacy Freeze Dried Foods on my website preppernurse1.com. So definitely check that out. If you are interested in freeze dried foods, you can save 20% on your purchase right now. Yep, left-handed and a Gemini, exactly. So if you go preppernurse1.com, click on store, it will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that. It will take you to the store within the website. If you decide to make a purchase when you are there, the discount code is Summer Sale 2022. So definitely take advantage of that. 25-year shelf life, GMO free, gluten options available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. I have a question about Legacy Foods. Can I email you? Sure. Yep, not a problem. Um, also, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store on the website, and they are a good place too. If you go to my website, you'll see the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. They sell CBD and hemp products. You can save 15%. Yes, I'm. Hold on a second, Angela. Give me a second. So they as well have the oh my god. You can save 15% if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase by using the discount code Prepper Nurse One. Now, so Angela was just asking me about Deloma Health. Okay, so there was another point I was going to make about this here in just a second. So JJ has the link up here as well, guys. You can save 10% by using my link that JJ threw up in the link. It's also going to be down in the description. It's an immune boost system. All right. It's 8-in-1 immune support, vitamin C, echinacea, turmeric, zinc, vitamin D3, elderberry, ginger, and garlic. All right. This is made in the United States. All the products that are in these pills are from the United States. So what I'm going to make a point of something here with this as well. Oh, and if you decide It's $20 a bottle, so you can save 10% by using my discount code. You can save yourself another 10% by signing up to get it monthly. There's 60 pills in each one, and I will show you the size of these. Not real big, small pill, as far as I consider them small. You take 2 a day. So there's 60 in a bottle. You take 2 a day. Good thing to have. Now, a point I want to make with this, okay? This is all made in the United States, American products by an American company, which I think is what we should be. So everything should be made in America, as far as I'm concerned. One of the things with this I want to talk about. So, how many of you, real quick, this is a point I wanted to make. 1 a day. Who takes 1 a day? Century Silver, all those type of things. Who takes any of those? In the comments, do you take a 1 a day for, like they have 1 a day for men, 1 a day for women, right? And then you have your Century Silvers that you can take for senior citizens. In the comments, how many people make those or take those? So, because I have a point I want to make with this, and then we're going to go on and we're going to do We Are Legion in a minute. Okay, we got some. I take Centrum Silver 1 a day. I take 1 a day for women. We got yes. Some of you are yes. Some of you are no. Okay. Who makes 1 a day? Who makes Century Silver and all those? Well, I know. I believe 1 a day is made by Pfizer, right? So you have a company that now, and those are all synthetic. Just so you know as well. Okay, those are all synthetic. They're not natural. They're synthetic. They're made by a company. Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer. Yep. Um, Made by a company that makes money from treatments, not cures, folks. Okay, this company here trying to help boost your immune system. They're not made by Pfizer. They're not made by big pharma. It's a small company, very small company. All the products are from the United States. Nothing is shipped in from other countries. So that's something to think about as well. So that's why, and I take this. I take it every day. All right, helps boost your immune system, keeps you stronger, and just so you guys know. But all those things that you're taking that are made by big pharma, something to think about. Just something to think about. Not telling you shouldn't take them. Not telling you should take them. I'm just saying they're synthetic and they're made by big pharma. And if you honestly believe that big pharma has your best interest in heart, again, I have a bridge in New York City that I would like to sell you. All right. So, all right. That being said, we shall move on. Hala is sleeping. I think she's in the back sleeping. She's had a busy day. So, yep. So, always read the labels, folks. Always read the labels. It was 7 eggs and yes, thick neck laid today. For those of you, somebody's asking here late. All right, we are Legion. We are many. We're all over the world. We're all over the country. Where is everybody? Oh, it's $20, JJ. $20 a bottle. You can save 10%, and then you can also save another 10% by signing up to have that shipped to you monthly. So you can take advantage of that too. All right, somewhere in the Adirondacks for 80K, man. Nowhere, Oklahoma, Bedford, Ohio, Waterloo, New York, Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, exactly. Colorado, North Highlands of California. How did you know I had that for sale? The Brooklyn Bridge. St. Augustine, Florida, Central Iowa, Buffalo, New York, Cheektowaga, New York, Tucson, Arizona, Fort Worth, Texas, BC, Canada, Bloomberg, Pennsylvania, Frankfort, Illinois, Bassett, Virginia, Buffalo, New York, Missouri in the Ozarks, Alberta in Canada, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, let's see, middle of Georgia, Reno, Nevada, central Indiana. Oh, Monkey Works, not Rex. Okay, sorry. South Dakota, uh, southeastern Massachusetts. We have Campbell, Missouri. Hawaii's in the house. East central Illinois. Athens, Texas, Wisconsin, Newark, Ohio, Uvalde, Texas. We have Michigan City, Indiana, Hillman, Michigan, St. Augustine, Florida, Eastern North Carolina, North Hollywood, California, Virginia's in the house, Franklin County, Ohio, Florida, Bumstead, Florida, St. Louis, very nice. Who else we got here? South England in the UK, very nice. Thank you for staying up and watching. I know it's late over there for you guys, so I appreciate you staying up and watching. Works. Okay, I'm gonna rechange it how I write it in here, so otherwise I'll keep saying it wrong. Let me do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Monkey works. There we go. All right. Well, it's spelled the other way, which screwed me up. I hate that with like you know, it's Jose, but it's spelled Jesus. Does that make any kind of sense? I don't know. We have North Queensland, Australia. Uh, I think that is it. Okay, so we are all over the place. We really truly are a big network of people. We're a huge family. We're the ones, honestly, that can make a difference now, and we can make a difference later on as well. We try to educate people now. That's all. Jose is Jose. Which one is the other one then? I'm thinking of something. It's spelled Jesus, but it's said differently. I don't know. Anyway, there's different names that you know. The French ones especially. French ones are like really. So hey, there's Clyde from Inverness, Florida, in the house. Jesus, yeah, exact. Yes, Jesus is spelled Jesus. Exact. Thank you. I've said the wrong one. Yeah, that don't make any kind of sense to me. But hey, who am I? I'm just an Ed. Nice and easy. Can't screw that up. I hope you can't. So anyway, so there we are. Been on a roll tonight. Real weird. So that's sorry about that. Anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. And you know, you guys are awesome. And you just keep coming in here stream after stream, keeping that chat clean, which means a lot to me. I thank all of you guys for being here as well. And you know, the support is huge and it makes a big difference, and I really do appreciate that as well. So, excuse me. We just got to keep rocking, boys and girls. We just got to keep rocking. Got to keep prepping. Stay focused. Don't get distracted. I mean, you look at right now, and just what is dominating the news? Roe versus Wade, right? Very galvanized on both sides. People are flipping out. They're going nuts. It's you know, it's all a distraction. It's all a distraction because the reality is places like New York, California, they're never going to overturn it. They're going to let people be able to have abortions. I mean, Trudeau just said that people can come up to Canada and get an abortion if they want to get an abortion. So you know, yeah, I'm a left-handed. Yep, but Ed, we keep coming back because of this channel, and you are awesome. Don't ever change. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I am who I am. I never give in, I will never be politically correct. That's a fact. I just try to be me and be honest, and if people like that, great. If they don't, that's their problem. It's not my problem. So anyway, remember, folks, we are. Let's see, what are we at? 383. 17 more. Let's get this up to 400 before we jump off of here, if you would please. So 99% of those yelling for the right to abortion will never have one. Well, and yeah, it's just like I said, it's a hotbed topic, but it's all right now being used as a distraction. That's what it is. So, Yeah, I'm not politically correct, and I don't do the woke crap either. I am gonna be true to who I am, always have been, always will be. And like I said, if somebody's offended, again, that's their problem. So that's not my problem. So anyway, in the reality is it what if whatever state that you're in that says they're banning abortions, right? All you've now done is force people to travel to a different state to go get it done. That's the only thing that's being done. So, that's that's the reality. So, but anyway, remember, folks, we are all in this together. You know, also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Going back to the first one, because I was very short with that one, we're all in this together. We're one race called the human race. If we could ever come together, if we could ever come together and work together, that would be amazing. It really would be. I wish we could, but it doesn't happen, and it drives me insane. Again, there's nothing we couldn't accomplish if we could ever get away from the nonsense that's perpetuated by the people that want to keep us under control. So, also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. That's it. Nobody else. If you stay positive, stay away from the negativity, you're going to be just fine. You know, stay focused, take care of your business, set realistic goals, and you can do anything. So at 395, we need five more thumbs up, guys. Five more thumbs up. There was a statement made one time, and I got to tell you this one. And my sister was 16 years old. She got pregnant with her daughter Jeannie. Okay, and my stepfather had the best line in the world. I just to this day I think it's still the best line in the world. He said to her, "Well, you should have crossed your legs instead of your fingers." And I just thought that that was hilarious. So, but it happens. What are you going to do? So anyway, guys, have a great night. We got over 400. We're 402 now. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.